Most famously, an extremely wealthy man who has a really cool museum in California that I really, really fucking like because it's amazing. He had no income on paper because he knew how to manipulate the trusts so well. And all of his family has ever since benefited from this arrangement. John Getty.
Uh-huh.
You know who John Getty is?
No, it sounds familiar. But...
He was fantastically wealthy. And the chat is saying my mic is too loud, apparently. Let me turn that down. Is that better?
You're fine.
Okay. Let me look up exact, because I just know what he did. He had no income at all on paper. Uh-huh. And it drove people fucking banana crackers. Let's see here. John Paul Getty the third. Later life and death. That's the son of Getty. Anyway, the man was a brilliant investor. He was an oil tycoon. There it is. Who ended up dying at the age of 54. But John Getty understood how to work the system and how to arrange the trusts. So he and his family they looked poor on paper. Yep. They looked like they made like $20,000, $30,000 a year on paper. In reality, they were some of the wealthiest people alive. He had magnificent mansions, and the aforementioned museum. If you ever find yourself in Los Angeles, God forbid, you poor soul, I pity you. In Malibu, on the top of one of the mountains, is the Getty, and it is a museum, bar none. It is absolutely fabulous and incredibly beautiful. The guy was a conniving snake and a debauched bastard by all accounts, but he had fantastic taste in art, and his villa there is still there. His villa is still there, and it's like a Greek villa. He had fantastic taste. He was an evil son of a bitch, but he had great taste. That is the only modern example, and I'm sure there are others. I guarantee you the wealthy out there are leaving inheritances for their children. We know this. If you go to some of the big universities, if you go to a major university, go ahead.
They have to do that. That's why there are so many asset preservation attorneys out there, because they're like the top 5%.
Yep,
are not going to leave their shit to the government. It is going they're going to figure out a way to do the 3 shell Monty and give it to their family, which they should.
Yes, they should. It should be that way.
It infuriates me that we have a government that will take away your house if you can't pay your property taxes, even though you bought the property, but you still have to pay taxes on it, which I don't really understand. To a certain extent, in like if you're in a city and they have to maintain infrastructure, maybe a little bit. But if you're not in a city and you're in like rural America, and some city 20 miles away is like, well, we're going to take your property because you don't pay your property taxes. You're like, what? I got my own well. I maintain my own fucking roads. The power company brings in the power. What the fuck are you doing? Fuck you. That needs to be fixed.
Yeah, it absolutely needs to be fixed. There should be no property tax on the condition that you own the property. If you don't own the property, you don't own the property. It's a commercial endeavor, which means commerce is going on. I believe in tax on commerce.
Okay.
Buy, sell, lease, trade, whatever. Because government, you need a certain amount of government. You have to have a certain amount of government. There's just no way around that. Sorry. But I don't think you should be taxed on real property that you own. Like the house under your ass. If you own that outright, you've already paid the sales tax. And your income should not be taxed. What part of what I earned do I owe you? Is the question to ask there. What part of my labor do you own?
Yeah.
The answer is none. The answer is a big fat goose egg.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get government. I understand that you need some of it. We have far too much.
It's the overstretched vagina zero.
Yes, it is in fact. It is in fact with the roast beef and cheddar.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.